the show on the road.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, what happened yesterday? Good morning, welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
On this historic
Well, they're calling it a very
day.
historic day, yes, Anthony.
Oh, Opie. Historic day.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's amazing. I'm still a little tired from watching the coverage.
The healthcare coverage.
Healthcare coverage.
Man, that C-SPAN knows how to throw a party, huh?
Oh, my God.
Woo!
Don't they ever.
Wow.
I was switching back and forth between, like, Fox News and CNN, and I thought two different things were happening.
You know, I'm glad you at least bring that up, because I was doing the MSNBC Fox.
Ah, were you? Yeah.
Unbelievable.
It was...
One channel is rah, 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 holy crap, it's about time. This is the greatest thing to happen. America since blah, 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 blah,
sliced
blah.
bread, I'd say.
And then you go to Fox and they're like, fuck everybody, fuck them.
This is the end of America as we know it.
Yeah.
This is the end. I was wondering, and then they're just like, you know, on MSNBC, they're just happy as pigs in shit. They're having a great time over there.
The media can't even work together.
No.
It's unbelievable.
Not at all.
Because I was confused. I was watching MSNBC. I'm like, okay, I guess this is a good thing. And then I move over to Fox, and it was
oh my God.
Bill O'Reilly.
Just picturing refugees walking across the border to Mexico to live a better life. That's what we're doing. Americans are just grabbing their possessions like the Great Depression, like the Great Sarath, the Dust Bowl.
The Dust Bowl.
And we're just leaving an impoverished, horrid nation. And then MSNBC, you turn that on, and people are just throwing gold bars to each other. and it's free health care, and it's wonderful.
I have no idea. I'm not even going to front. I have no effing idea. I try to keep up with the coverage. I tried.
You don't have to.
I tried.
Just know this. Take your wallet
and just throw it out the window.
Open it up. And whatever money is in there, and by wallet I figuratively mean that. I mean by wallet, you know, your bank accounts, any capital you have, anything like that. And just throw it to the government now. Just throw it to the government. Because the 300 or so odd million people in the country aren't as important as 30 million people without, health care. And now everyone will have it, or why, my goodness, you're going to have to pay a fine.
Isn't that amazing?
Does everyone know that, by the way?
I did pick up on that. If you don't get health care.
Yeah, now you have to. It's a mandatory thing now.
If you're a working Joe and you don't have health care, the IRS goes after you. The IRS controls it.
They control it, of course, because they're the lapdog.
They're going to hire 17,000 more people to work for the IRS. See, I did do some homework.
To collect the money.
To collect the money from people who go, what?
I don't have health care. I don't want it.
With penalties and fees if you don't have health care.
I wonder how many of the 30 million people that they keep talking about that do not have health care in this country just don't want it. Now, there are probably many different reasons why you wouldn't. There are probably those anti-government people that are like, I don't care about anything. I don't want health care. I don't want this. I just want to live my life like I want to live my life as a free American with choices to do whatever I want.
Right.
No. Now, you're going to have to fess up. Unless, of course, you're one of the poor people in the country that... can't afford it, then of course you'll be exempt, which is just another entitlement program for people that have 20 kids and don't make any money because they're on the government till already. We'll just be paying more money to them.
I think if you're part of the middle class, you should just quit your jobs today. Because it seems to be easier to just kind of live off the government.
It's easier to be broke and live off the government till and you're not going to work yourself up to a status where you have a really nice house or car, or could take those nice vacations that you work for in this country. That, to me, is part of the American dream. The other part, of course, is taking care of your family, giving your family things that perhaps you didn't have, or that perhaps other people don't have. But that's the thing that makes you special, that you worked hard and you got these things. And that was what America was about. Well, now everyone, for some reason, under this Obama administration, seems to be entitled to get everything that everyone else had to work for. It's just that way now, and it's on the backs of people that have made things. You brought up a great point before we went on the air about maybe a marathon or a race or something.
Well, the pursuit.
The pursuit of happiness.
Because they keep using the pursuit.
Pursuit of happiness.
And I've run a lot of road races, and if you're not one of the front runners, you're pursuing the front runners.
You're
in a road
pursuing the
race.
front runners.
And you're trying to catch up to them, and in a lot of cases, maybe that certain race you're not gonna catch the front runners. But guess what? The next time you run a road race, you might train a little harder, and you might get a little closer to the front runners.
Well, now,
but in this case, again,
under the Obama-Pelosi road race, see, the people that are doing really well, those Kenyans that always cross the finish line first.
Now they got to wear a fat suit.
Now they have to wear
like a fat suit to slow them.
Fat suit. They got to wear the bomb suit from the Hurt Locker.
There you go.
They got to put on the bomb suit from the Hurt Locker and run it. And the people that are way behind, the Kenyan that now has to wear the bomb suit, he's got to pay. So the people at the back of the race can jump on motorcycles. And they can now use motorcycles to run the race.
To catch up.
Because everyone should be able to pursue that finish line on equal footing. We have taken away people's ability to really strive to be successful, because that is something that that people will work for, is a goal that other people can't achieve.
Right.
That other people might not ever achieve.
Right.
But because you have a mixture of talent, stick-to-itiveness, hard work ethic, and that luck factor, you have achieved that goal, that pursuit of happiness. Not a guarantee, a pursuit. Now, everyone has to be on equal footing under this administration. No one should be any better off than anyone else, depending on how hard you work to get better off. So they will tax the living fuck out of everyone and everything, every business that is doing well, in order to bring up the people that aren't doing as well. This isn't just about healthcare, because I've been asked, last night I was Twittering, and I was asked a lot of things. I was asked, Anthony, how can you possibly be against giving medical treatment to people that can't afford it?
Well, let's start there. I mean, do you agree the country needs health care?
I think
some kind of universal health care.
I think it'd be fantastic for everyone in this country to be to get health care and quality health care. I think it'd be a great thing.
Okay, I'm with you there.
It's not it. The unfortunate thing is the way this country's system is based. It doesn't include that. Sorry, doesn't include it. Hey, can I get that car with a Sirius XM satellite radio? I'm sorry, that's an extra. It doesn't come standard. Well, I want it standard. No, sorry, doesn't come with that. See, our country doesn't come with that.
Right.
If you want good quality health care, you have to pay to get it. Whether that's through, just footing the bill to a doctor, which is crazy, it's a lot of money, or paying a fuckload of premium money to insurance companies. These are called the Cadillac of policies.
Right.
Which a lot of people can afford because they have achieved what is called the American dream. They have pursued life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. They have pursued it. They reached it. Now, those policies, by the way, if you want to keep, probably the policy you have is considered one of these. You're covered for anything, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Your wife is covered for everything.
I think so.
You pay a lot of money. I know, because you probably have the same plan I do. When you get that bill, it's like, whoa, that's a lot of money. But you know what? I could walk into any fucking doctor and get any treatment I need on a fairly quickly basis. These will be taxed 40% excise tax.
Why?
On the Cadillac of policies.
Why?
You know why?
Yeah.
Because you don't deserve, Opie. You don't deserve to have that kind of good coverage because you have achieved some success in this country. You don't deserve it because some poor fuck can't afford his, so they will tax the fuck out of yours to pay for his.
And we're in a weird position because this radio thing, you don't make money in radio.
No.
We've been lucky enough to make money in radio for the last, I don't know what, almost 10 years now?
Yeah, by the way, that could stop tomorrow.
Sure, but before that, it was many, many years of making average money.
Making shit.
And for most of my adult life, I didn't have health insurance. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think when I started getting health insurance. Maybe when we moved to Boston. So maybe the last 15 years of my life I've had, not even 15, let's say 13, 14 years of my life I've had health insurance. And I'm an older guy now.
Yeah.
I made it to 30 without health insurance.
You didn't have it. I mean, is it a good like idea? Of course. And the way the Democrats and Obama and Pelosi, when they were giving their speeches last night after the vote, and how wonderful a thing this is, it sounded, utopian. It sounded great. But
someone's going to have to pay for it.
But if you actually read...
And it's not just like...
The Communist Manifesto, by the way.
Oh, shit.
If you actually read it...
You do some of that heavy reading over the weekend?
Again, it sounds great. It sounds like, wow, we're all going to share in this wealth that the country as a whole unit brings in, and then it's distributed evenly by the government, and we all get everything. Mm-hmm. And it sounds so amazing. It sounds like such a great thing that no one's suffering, no one's really getting rich, but we're all in this pool of humanity that's surviving and doing great. Well, we all saw how that worked with the Soviet Union. It didn't. It just breeds contempt and corruption. There's no incentive, and that is what's happening in this country. The incentive to work hard and to use your talents to work yourself up and make something of yourself is being cut off at the knees. There's no incentive anymore because the only thing you get is penalized, and you get villainized, and you get things taken away from you to give to the people that didn't pursue the American dream.
And how this whole thing went down is a little weird with the
backroom dealings.
Deals. And
here's what happened. And again, I'm listening to CNN and Fox News and MSNBC.
Did you go back and forth?
Dude, I went back and forth like crazy. That's how I knew
good.
it. Just
that's good.
It looked crazy.
Right.
But the whole fact that, my God, what was your point with that? With the fuck. There's so many things coming in.
Whoa.
That the votes came in, that they got enough votes.
Right.
The backroom dealings and whatnot. I Twittered something last night that said this, the fact that they got enough votes, they didn't have enough votes. They didn't have enough votes just up to a couple of weeks ago and last week.
Let me slow you down because I like to talk in way more general terms than you.
Absolutely.
Okay, so they're trying to do this healthcare reform. They don't have enough votes. Usually that means, okay, it's not quite right, and we need to work on this.
It's not ready.
It's not ready.
Yeah.
Let's not push this through. Let's spend more time on this.
People are upset with it.
People are upset with it. God forbid, maybe we have to take another year to get this thing right.
Right.
That's sort of how America used to work.
Yeah, whatever.
For the most part. But this time, no, fuck that. What is it going to take to
shove it down our throats?
Shove it down our throats. Get this done tonight. By the way, like you said before the show, Sunday night at midnight.
Sunday at midnight is a great time to make history.
If that doesn't say a lot.
You know, I understand why Apollo 11 had to land on the moon at, I think, or step out on the moon at 2 a.m. on a Saturday.
Right.
It was kind of logistics. They had to do that.
Right.
So when you say, where were you when you watched a man land on the moon?
Most people
it's another thing. It was very late.
Most people have to say, well, I was sleeping. And
some people
dreaming.
were sleeping. They watched it the next day, whatever. This is something like, look, why did you have to do this in the middle of the night on Sunday?
Basically the middle of the night.
Yeah. And this, to me, reeks of the Democrats not wanting to be held accountable when this bites them in the ass in November. But we'll get to that.
But what does that matter? Because I was thinking about that too. Because this whole healthcare reform thing going through it's a motherfucker, and it's gonna hurt the Republicans when they go back into office in November.
How is that?
Well, because all this will be in place, right?
Well, they'll have jobs, and the Democrats that voted this in won't. And, then they'll fuck things up.
But they're going to have to work with this now, is what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, they're gonna have to work with it, but we'll see. We'll see how far it gets by that time. The backroom dealing. I wrote last night, I Twittered, yes, they didn't have enough votes, and then all of a sudden they have enough votes. This wasn't done because the people, and if you listen to Pelosi and Obama speaking last night, it's almost like the people have spoken. They wanted this. The people had nothing to do with the Democrats getting enough votes. This was dealings. This was Obama flying around to different states and saying, what do you want to vote for this deal? What can I give you? What can I include in this bill to give you so you vote for me, for this deal? And they would say, well, how about you take federal money, taxpayer money, and give it to my state for my pet project here, this thing that I'm doing to take care of these businesses so I get fucking reelected and stuff. And then Obama goes, all right. And they go, well, you got my vote. That helps the people. That is in the best interest of the people. I say no.
In fairness, the government has been doing that since we started this damn nation of ours.
But
it seems like they pushed it a little
huge,
a little further than usual, and for something that's pretty substantial.
You could say that, but it's like, leave a penny, take a penny when you go in there.
Right.
And saying, well, that's been going on for years. You've seen that.
Right.
How about leave a million, take a million? It's different in that way. And it makes sense to say it's different in that way. This is giant legislation. And it's going to cost a fuckload of money. And anyone who thinks it's not going to, just look at the timeline. There is no way they can even enact this quickly enough. They could pass the bill, but a lot of the shit ain't going to kick in until 2000, some of the shit until 2018.
Really?
After Obama's gone, this shit kicks in. Stuff immediately? Yeah, there's stuff that kicks in immediately. Of course, a lot of taxes kick in right away.
I didn't know that. I thought everything just changed today.
No, we have to start paying for this shit well before you start seeing any of it. And by we, a lot of it, I mean me and you. The middle class, they're going to have to pay too. And for anyone that thinks everyone isn't going to have to foot the bill for this, they are taxing the fuck out of drug companies. And what do you think? Drug companies are going to go, which already are just paying a shitload of money to the government in taxes, and that's why it's costing a lot of money to buy prescription drugs. You think they're just going to go, well, I guess we got to eat this? No, they pass it on. And there's no way that the government is regulating prescription drug companies right now. I don't think they're in that business. Maybe next month. Maybe that's Obama's next project. But they're going to tax, like I said, how about a 40% tax on your insurance policies that are good insurance policies? We've heard from Canadians, we've heard from Europeans, people in England that have socialized state-run health care, and it isn't that good. I'm sorry. Yes, they can go into a doctor's office. Yes, they can get treatment, and yes, it doesn't cost them anything, or it costs them very little. But are they really getting the best treatment? Is that why the head muckety muck up there in Canada decided to come down to Florida to have his heart surgery done? Is that why? Because there's such great healthcare up there that he decided to come down to the United States? Is that why Ted Kennedy, when his brain was turning to mush, decided to go to Canada and get healthcare up there? No, he went to the best fucking doctors and got the best healthcare. And is that going to be available to the average Joe? Nope, it's not. Is it going to be available to Congress? Fuck yeah. They're exempt from this bullshit health care plan. Well, exempt.
And we're all going to have health care now. So there's a lot of people skating out there going, look, I can't afford health care. So
don't matter.
I'm going to roll the fucking dice. And if you don't have your health care, then the IRS comes knocking on your door and they make you get health care. And now you're paying, penalties and fees for not having health care.
Anywhere from 300 and about 350. I'm not sure the exact amounts. About 350 for your first offense at no health care. And then it goes up to 600 and change.
And then 100,000.
And then, 100,000.
No, the IRS.
And if you're in the upper echelon, which we consider, we are considered in the upper echelon of earners in this country. We are the ones that the country's resting on our backs, by the way. We pay more of the tax money than the collective of this country combined. We pay more. If we don't supply health insurance to any employees that we have or ourselves, have to pay a percentage of our income for our small business.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Take the money you make,
right,
and take about 1.5% of it.
What?
And that will be your penalty.
What?
Yeah. That's a lot of fucking money.
That's ridiculous.
Another thing is, the cost. This is funny. The cost, they say, cuts the deficit by 100.
Hold on. Hoo Howie in Vermont is ranting all over instant feedback.
Is he?
Anthony, stop whining. God forbid.
Hold on. Before you even finish that, fuck everyone with the stop whining already. I'm fucking talking. I'm having a discussion, an impassioned discussion, because I'm getting a fist up my asshole. You'd whine too if you got a giant cock in your ass, you faggot fuck. So anybody, and by the way, anyone that writes stop whining is blocked on my Twitter. Blocked. I've been blocking by the numbers last night.
That means
with stop whining, because you know what?
That means
it's
you have
not
no
a good way to start.
anymore.
I could give a fuck. It's a great way to fucking start a conversation. Stop whining. Yeah, that's good. What? So to finish up what this douche has to say.
Well, I think this guy needs to do some reading, because there's some major problems in here.
He has no clue.
Pick up your fucking newspaper today. It's going to affect you just as bad as it affects Anthony.
Don't just look at Pelosi and Obama's speech. Pelosi, that cackling lunatic. She sounds like Sandy Kane when she laughs.
Yeah, we'll get some jokes in, and we'll talk about Pelosi in a little bit. Before I read the rest of Hoo Howie, though, because I was confused just like you. I'm going to MSNBC and they're throwing a party like it's fucking New Year's Eve. I was expecting Dick Clark to come out and do some wacky thing,
great.
or Ryan Seacrest. And then you go to Fox and it was just like everyone's wearing black. The music is somber and blah, blah. So I'm like, what the fuck? What is the real thing going on here? And I go, you know what? I got a fucking Twitter. So I go, I did a simple thing. All right, time to get what you guys are thinking about this. Healthcare, yes, or healthcare, no.
Yep.
And I watched it for about 2 hours, and it was easily 80% healthcare, no.
Yeah.
From the people that follow me on Twitter.
Yeah.
80-20 about, and that was just doing the percentages in my head really quickly. Honestly, it could have been worse than 80-20.
Dude, 85% of this country has healthcare.
So then
they don't want to upset the fucking turnip cart for the 15% that does not have health care.
Right.
Now, do we need reform on health care? Of course we do. Do we need to hold the insurance companies accountable at some level? Of course we do. Do we need to completely turn the whole fucking industry on its head and have the government grab control of it? No!
And that's where
hell
no, and that's where we completely agree. And then now we get to Hoo Howie's.
No, stop whining. That's a great opener, by the way, for a comment. Go ahead.
he goes, stop whining. God forbid we should have health care as a basic human right instead of a privilege in the United States of America. And he has to put United States of America in caps. That's not what we've been saying this
morning.
morning.
You are an asshole. Fuck
One of the
you,
first
then.
things I asked Anthony is, do you feel like we need health care in this country? And he basically said yes. Take the money out of the insurance companies' pockets.
Yeah. Here's another one. God forbid you have to pay some of your precious gambling money to help some people. Cunt. That's Jared in Arkansas. You know what? Let me tell you something, Jared. If you were in my position, you wouldn't like it either. That's how it is. Wow. You wouldn't like it either. You know why? I worked for my fucking position in this country, just like you were supposed to. Just like America says. You work, you fucking have the incentive to advance yourself, and you reap the rewards. Now you could sit on your fucking ass and reap the rewards on my back and on the backs of everyone else who, like you say, has enough money to maybe enjoy themselves. That seems to be the problem. And human rights, healthcare isn't a privilege or a right in this country. It is a privilege, dummy!
And we lost a 10-year listener today.
Good. Go fuck your mother's asshole and have her go to some fucking government-subsidized fucking meat clinic to sew up her fucking asshole. Go fuck yourself.
There is a much bigger issue here. You guys got to read some of this stuff. They're basically changing how we do business in this country, first of all.
Yeah.
The government is now controlling way more than they should be controlling.
By the way, you know what else is in this bill that no one knew about?
And this isn't rich people yelling and screaming today. There's a lot of people yelling and screaming today.
You wait.
Look, in the end, it sucks if they take more money out of my pocket. It does, okay? But I'll be okay in the end. This is really going to affect a lot of people in that middle class area. Small business people are gonna feel this, right, Ant?
They
Small
already
business owners
are. I've pulled back with hiring people to work for me. Do you know I am a fucking corporate entity?
Ooh.
I hire people to work for me. I make jobs. Do you understand? I make jobs. Jared from Arkan shit. Do you understand? I fucking supply money to people that they come to my business and they perform services and get paid. Do you understand? I can now look at my money and where it's going and decide I cannot do that now, that I have to do something else. I have to hold off on my hiring of other people. And then what do? What do you think happens to them down the line? They end up unemployed. They end up with less money because I am being taxed out of being able to hire people. That's the real fucking situation. Not me crying over gambling money, you fucking cunt. Fuck you.
Let's go to the phones, Ant.
Disgusted with people that don't get this. They don't understand it. They haven't done the research that I have. Your knee-jerk response to me is to tell me to fuck off, to tell me that I can't spend my gambling money, to tell me that it's everyone's right to have health insurance on my back. Fuck you. It is not. I pay taxes. I pay more fucking taxes than you can imagine that I pay. And what do they want? More out of me. They want more.
Well, it's good to know we get 1% if we put our money in the bank, though.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Oh, and God forbid you put money in the stock market, Opie, to try to make a few extra bucks.
I
because
saw that.
Besides the capital gains increase,
I saw that.
They're now going to tax the shit out of the money you make in the market to help pay for this fucking plan. Which means, why fucking take the risk of putting money in the market? Which means not investing in companies. Well, which means they could, where are they getting their money? Enough. We're commie in fucking 10 to 15 years. We're commie.
Well, Charlie Dick writes, I worked for 36 years as a high school math teacher with my best by year topping out at approximately $50K. Fuck you, Anthony.
Yeah, well, what? What do you want from me? $50K? That's too much, by the way. You make too much.
Wow, really?
You're not
Why?
exempt unless you're making $28,000 a year.
So a guy making,
you're not exempt.
So what happens to a guy? This is what I really want to get into.
$50K a year? Oh, you got to pay for insurance, my friend. You're paying.
No, in a way, it's like fuck me, whatever. I mean, it sucks, but I really want to know what this does to the guy making like $50,000 a year. That's what I want to understand today.
He's got to pay for insurance, or else he'll be fined,
and that could hurt him.
Yeah. He has to be insured. Mm-hmm. He has to be insured, probably under this nice government plan. So you'll be able to buy into the government, because the government is now the United States of America Insurance Company.
Right.
So you'll be able to, buy into that cheap plan.
Right.
Which would be great. I'm sure it'll cover all kinds of things. Pre-existing conditions, that sounds like a good thing to me. I don't mind that. Why not?
I always thought that was a crock of shit, though.
But
that's when you really need health insurance. But they go, well, sorry, you got something.
You got something.
we don't want to take care of you.
But the whole thing is, it's almost like it's insurance.
Right.
Now you have an insurance company.
Right.
It's really no different than car insurance or home insurance, homeowners insurance, things like that. I don't like it, but it's the way it is. If you smash your fucking car up and you don't have insurance, and then you go to the insurance company and go, look, my car's totaled. Could I pay you my first month's premium and you fix my fucking car? No. You didn't have insurance before you crashed your car. If you don't have fire insurance and your house burns down, you go to the insurance company, I'd like to buy some fire insurance. All right. We'll send an assessor to your house and see what... Oh, no, see, it's burnt down. But you're supposed to pay... could you do that?
So as soon as you come out of the womb, you should get health insurance.
You should get health insurance. That seems to be the way
before
it is.
the doctor checks you for the first time.
Because if you're
put that little fucking print on something.
Exactly.
Put that fingerprint on some kind of contract.
And you have a problem. We're talking, people need insurance before they have a pre-existing condition. If they don't... See, we're taking what is called luck out of the equation of being an American. We're taking... chance out of the equation. That has always been part of what this country is chance. It's the roll of the dice. It's that immigrant that came over with the dollar in his pocket fucking bullshit that we always heard about. That dollar with the President Washington's picture on it wasn't a free ticket. It wasn't a guarantee that I will now be successful. It was an opportunity, pursuit of happiness. Happiness is running. It's running away from you. You are pursuing. If you can figure out a way to catch happiness, then it's yours. If you can't, you will continue to pursue. It is not a right that is written into our Constitution. The basic human rights are you have the right to be a human and not be chastised for it, not be villainized for being a human being in this country, depending on your race, creed, blah, 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 blah. But you don't have a right to health care. You don't have a right to a lot of things.
Why did this have to be pushed through so quickly and in the middle of the night?
It started looking very bad for the Democrats they could not agree on this.
Then back to the drawing board.
No, because they needed it passed. It kept looking worse and worse if it didn't get passed than if it did. The problem is...
doesn't that say a lot?
Yes. It does. There's problems in this. And now the fix-it plan, they passed the fix-it plan minutes after they passed the plan itself.
What is that?
Because, they're trying to get more people on board, especially Republicans, to fix the problems with it. See, there's problems with it. They acknowledge there's problems. So now there's going to be these debates that go on for the next week before this bill goes to the Senate, and they're going to debate it. Which means nothing, by the way. It's going to be the same fucking majority vote, and that's how it's going to get passed. By the way, every Republican voted against this, and they had 30-some-odd Democrats vote against it. That says something right there. Those Democrats are the ones that want to keep their jobs, come November 2nd, 2010.
Why couldn't they get one Republican, though? See, that's where I have issues, where they can't even fucking work together no matter who's in there. Not one fucking Republican goes, you know what, all right, this is the thing to do.
Because it's an Obama-Pelosi forced down the throat, backdoored, no one, not giving people enough time to even see what's in this fucking bill. So why would you vote yes on it? I mean, there's so much shit in there. There's so many favors that were done to get this thing passed.
I gotta tell you, I'm watching Twitter, instant feedback, and phones very closely right now, and it's 80-20 about with my quick math skills. 80 people saying hell no. Let's say let's take a few phone calls here. Jimmy James in New Hampshire. Jimmy James.
Black rape. Morning, boys.
Hey, what's
up, brother?
You know who was really disgusted this morning? Well, that I know? All the Latvian immigrants that work in the shop for me. Because socialist healthcare worked so well for them the first time they saw it.
That they ended up here.
Boo.
Yeah, it's it is very. And I did Twitter also last night. I'm really curious. This has been Obama's just taking up all of his time for over a year,
Year and a half almost.
What's next?
Immigration.
What's the next
reform.
thing? Oh, is it immigration? Everything's got to be fixed, I guess.
He's doing some kind of immigration thing,
and that's going to really help out, I guess, with the illegal immigrants and everything. Good. I can't wait.
Let's say hi to Jay in California. Jay.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, man.
What's up?
I just wanted to know, Anthony, are you upper class or lower class?
I guess I'm considered upper, but I could be lower very quickly. Very quickly. This, like I said, no guarantees. Where's my guarantee that I'll get to hold on to what I have? Where's that fucking guarantee? Can I have a guarantee that says that since I've worked myself up to where I am in this country and have been able to use the opportunities in this country to achieve what I wanted to in life, can I now get my guarantee that says I stay here? That I stay where I am and don't end up, sleeping in my car again, which I did at some point in my life. Is there a fucking guarantee for me?
Well, guaranteed for what? Another 6 months?
Yeah. Thank you. There's
we got
no
another
guarantee.
6 months. That's our guarantee. Past 6 months, we have no effing idea what's going to happen
But
with
I
our
have
career.
to pay for someone else's guarantee that they're guaranteed this money to help them, to bring them up.
All right, Ant.
Give me a fuck break.
I got it.
You're going to pay for 17,000 new jobs. That's what you're paying for.
I really want some of these idiots to understand what Ant's saying today, because
They'll never understand.
I'm
it.
hearing him loud and clear today, and then you get someone like Ted who writes, "Aw, poor millionaires have to pay more in taxes."
That's what it is.
Enough of the goddamn forced down the throat Fox News fucking catchphrases.
Go blow your father. Suck the cum out of your father's balls. You fucking asshole, not listening, cunt.
Is this our crying show?
Yeah. Wah. Here we are. Now I'll whine. Wah. Now I'm whining. It's a difference. Wah.
This is not.
Wah.
This really isn't about millionaires bitching that they have to pay more in taxes. This is so much bigger than
I
that,
can't
man.
wait until these idiots realize this has nothing to do with just millionaires or people that are making $250,000, couples, by the way, making $250,000 a year or more, and singles making $200,000 a year and more. Has nothing to do with that.
Plus the fact that the government now controls a hell of a lot more than it did a few days ago.
Do you understand?
Which is not good for any country.
Fuck the money. Take the money and take it out of the equation. Do you understand the government now controls health care in this country? Do you understand that the government is now the insurance company of America? That they now run that? And by the way, in this bill also, they run the student loan program.
What is that about?
Did you know this?
No.
That the student loan program now is run by the United States government student loan program. No more private banks, no more getting a loan, which, again, needed reform. I mean, you're getting people that are in debt the second they get out of college in big debt. But there's no real change going on there, aside from the fact that instead of owing the banks money, the government's not just going to give you money to go to school. Mm-hmm. You will now owe the government money. And instead of the banks coming after you and saying, hey, you're reneging on your loan here, what are you going to do? And saying, well, I can't pay it. I'll work this out. I'll file bankruptcy. Some people do that. Now you have, again, the Internal Revenue Service coming after you for your student loan going, no, there's no... Bankrupt? No, you pay this. You fucking pay us. Or how about you go to jail? The government is taking over too many businesses that should be privately run. And this motherfucking juggernaut does not seem to be stopping.
Tim from Buffalo writes, please, Hope, commercial break, please. We did at least 40 minutes of this. We cannot take any more. He has had his monologue. Please, next topic, please.
Shut the fuck up again. Do you understand this is the biggest story today and for weeks? And in history, it's a giant story. So what do you think it deserves 40 minutes? Not even 40 minutes? Is that what you think? And then you go back to what? You know what happens tonight? Dancing with the Stars is on.
Good distraction.
Why don't you watch that distraction, you fucking brainwashed pussy asshole know-nothing? Go watch Dancing with the Stars. Go drool in front of your fucking TV watching your lame-ass fucking dance show.
Go look at the Tiger Woods interview and wonder if that one tooth in his mouth is fake or not.
Right. As the government pounds on your door, asking for your fucking money. You fucking asshole. Watch your Monday night prime time shows. Watch them all. Discuss Idol with your friends. Because that's important.
Discuss how bad Lost is this year.
Let's do a fucking 40-minute break on Lost or
how lame this
Dancing with the
season is.
Stars and I hope there's an ending. Well, we'll do that. We'll do that instead of history, American history in the making. Yeah, let's do that. What an idiot. What a fucking idiot. You make yourself out to look stupid. Shut up.
I've never seen more instant feedback. Every phone line is lit. As soon as I hang up on 10 new ones pop up. My Twitter never has this much action in the morning. I'm sorry. We'll move on.
Jesus Christ.
Bill in Jersey, Anthony. Keep repeating Fox News catchphrases, you entitled little Long Island crybaby.
That's what I'm doing. Yeah.
Fucking
that's
cry,
what I'm doing.
Whittle. He spells widow, I guess, instead of little, but he's really rubbing it in.
Widow.
Wittle Anthony.
Yeah.
Fucking
good.
Cry widow Anthony.
That's what. I'd like to hear that guy tell me one thing about this plan. Give me one fact about this plan.
And
you know what? You can't. Because you're too busy watching fucking homos on the dance floor on Monday night dancing with fucking celebrities. That's what you're doing. You're a brainwashed, fucking hypnotized dummy that is sitting there watching these dumb shows and have no fucking clue that history is being made around you and eventually is going to bite you in the ass.
Anthony,
Go ahead. Be fucking hypnotized.
Anthony, Phil in New Jersey writes, every fucking morning Ant has to play this whining bag of shit about his pocket money going towards something he can't control. Keep crying, faggot. Sell the fucking Mustang and suck it up.
Sell the Mustang and suck it up. You know something? If I had a guarantee that I was going to have this job and keep my lifestyle going that I've worked for my life in this country and made something of myself, I would shut up. I would just go, yeah, whatever. But you know what? I don't have a guarantee. That's why I'm talking. I don't have a fucking guarantee. It's guaranteed, though, that I'm going to have to pay more tax. If you only fucking knew what I fucking dole out to your sorry cunt ass every 3 months, if you only knew.
We got a big one coming up.
And now, more. Yeah, April.
We got a big one coming up.
Well, you sit there and decide how much crystal meth you're buying with your refund, you fucking cunt. I have to write out a check, giant checks, to the government with no representation, no fucking people that are held accountable for where that money's going. But you sit there and hope for your refund so you could fucking buy your whore a drink at the bar and fucking buy your crystal meth. Go fuck your whole family. Sick of these douchebags.
We got our tax envelopes coming soon, Anthony.
Yeah.
And it's like that scene in Caddyshack. We break out the old Billy Baroo.
Billy, please, Billy.
I hope this check clears.
You give a giant percentage of your money to the government, and let me know how you feel. Let me know if 40 minutes is enough for you after you're paying a giant percent, where the government is getting more for my work than I am. How about that? The government is taking more money than I am while I'm fucking doing a job and performing a service and paying employees. Yet I'm supposed to pay the government more money than I make. How did that happen? When did that fucking become acceptable? And now it's going to be even more. So shut up. Shut up. Yeah, anyone who works is in the same boat. Well, why are you so happy about it then? Why am I fucking being an asshole? Why am I the one being fucking, I'm whining? Everyone should be whining about this.
Kevin from Connecticut, how come you don't complain about how much you pay in taxes, Opie? I do, but I don't want this to be confused with we make a lot of money and that's why we're bitching. I come from a big family and I like to see how this type of thing affects them as well. That's sort of the angle I take on some of these things. And I know that's where it really, really is going to hurt.
Yeah. And look for, great health care. And look for the next step towards social programs. That's all. You think people don't stop unless you stop them.
Anthony,
they don't stop. This is a social program which it will just get Obama and Pelosi to jump into another one. They want to build this, what they think is a utopian society, but it's nothing but socialism that doesn't work. And it's not supposed to work in America.
Anthony from Queens writes, poor little rich boy has to pay more taxes. Boo-hoo. Ruin another iPhone, you faggot.
Yeah, there we go. I, again, lived in my car. I worked my balls off.
Most of your life you were poor.
I figured out I had a talent. Yes, I was. Like dirt. I figured out I had talent. I got some luck. Things happened. And I was able to pursue what I wanted to pursue in this country. And now I'm being told that I have to give it back to the country because other people need to pursue that happiness and they need my money to do it. I wasn't given that choice when I was sleeping in my 79 Monza. Great car. It's not a right. It's not a right. It is a privilege. It's a charity. It's a redistribution of wealth. And not my wealth, everybody's wealth. You watch where programs like this go, please. Just watch. I'll shut up now.
Well,
now we'll fucking all right. What do we got? Oh, Tiger. Oh my God. Let's read about Tiger then. Let's do Tiger. Well, let me just go to the back of the paper and look at the TV section because my God, let me see what happened. How's everyone's bracket doing? How's everyone March Madness bracket?
Well, March
doing?
Madness, there was a few upsets there, Anthony.
Who got oh my God! By the way, who got thrown off of fucking Trump's show?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, my God.
Ask Sam.
We got to find out.
I was too busy looking at that googly-eyed Nancy Pelosi last night. I didn't get to watch.
Shut up. Don't talk about that. Opie, come on. We've already spent enough time. Wow, how's Nurse Jackie? Only 2.5 stars from Linda Stassi? Oh, my goodness.
Nurse Jackie's a terrific show,
That's terrible. Chef Gordon Ramsay had to drop out nearly 2/3 of the way through the L.A. Marathon, cursing all the way. Let's talk about that next.
Well, he had a leg cramp, man.
Kelsey's own Real Housewife, Kelsey Grammer, and his wife Camille will tell you about it.
Well, Camille's going to be a Real Housewife. I'm up on this pop culture stuff.
Fuck you. What's on the front page? Historic and Obama's big victory to your health. Historic overhaul passes Congress. Savoring last night's narrow House vote. Go ahead. Go ahead. Just don't pay attention.
You want to know what happened to Ramsey or not? His calf muscle tightened up, and he felt like he couldn't continue.
I hope he's got health care. He could go to the doctor.
Let's say hi to Dan in Knoxville. Dan.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
Hi.
Man, you gotta love Anthony. What a patriot. What a fucking patriot.
Thank you. At least
I mean,
somebody sees it as being a patriot and not whining.
Oh, this is. I'm actually sick of my stomach that this health care passed because I know where it's heading. And these douchebags calling in, these class envy idiots. What is the problem with Anthony and Opie being successful? I mean, what's the problem with that? You can be successful in this country, but not anymore. You can't.
Yeah.
You're going to get taxed out your ass paying for this health care, and then the price of goods are going to go up. These little people who think that it's not going to affect them, that they're going to get free health care, it ain't going to be free. All the products on the planet are going to go up to pay for this health care.
They're taxing the shit out of drug companies, and they're not just going to eat it. It's going to be like it has forever. You when you tax something, people raise the price to offset the tax.
Exactly.
So when they put a tax on cigarettes, it's not like the store owner goes, oh well, I got to eat this. It gets passed on to the consumer.
Well, fuck the cigarette thing, because we all know that story pretty well. But
it's everything.
Like pizza tax. They're talking about pizza tax.
Hey, guys,
Yeah, pizza tax.
Soda tax. What?
I
Tax
called
on
in a couple
everything.
of weeks ago. You told me to call back. I've lost 13 pounds. I'm the one that called in.
Oh, you're the
for all
fat.
truckers.
You're the
All
fat
right,
fuck
you
trucker
fat
guy.
Fuck.
Yeah. But I went to the doctor just recently to get a clean bill of health. Do you think that I would be able to get into my doctor and have her set up a stress test for my heart this Friday? I'd be in line for like 3 months with this health care thing. I mean, I was able to get in, get a stress test set for this Friday. You know, I lost 13 pounds.
I remember you. You're the guy that went, water! Well, we suggested you drink water instead of, 20 sodas a day or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah, and I heard you like twice last week go like, I hate water. Give me coffee or something like that.
Well, no, we were kind of like quoting you, sir. Ever since you said water, we've been laughing our asses off. How'd you lose the 13 pounds?
Just cutting down on potatoes, starch, foods, pasta, just snacks, like maybe just eating some sugar-free candy and sucking on it for a few hours and just not eating, chips and stuff.
Look, man, losing weight.
I haven't even exercised any, and I lost 13 pounds without even walking.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Hey, we should discuss how he lost the 13 pounds. This is way more important than the health care reform.
He just stopped eating fatty shit and didn't even exercise. That's good.
There you go.
The guy does
if
make.
I want to exercise,
a good
I'll probably
point.
start losing more. I mean, but I like a tuna salad and take pieces of like red pepper or green pepper, like slices, and dipping it in tuna salad, and just
all right.
Don't worry, because soon they'll be legislating. Soon they already are legislating against bad food, so you won't even have to worry about that. The government will tell you what you can and cannot eat. And make it a luxury to eat something and drink something like soda.
And what does a luxury mean? Does that mean there's a luxury tax?
Yes, luxury tax. They'll tax the shit out of it and make it so it's more expensive for you to eat, because it's the government that should tell you not to eat too much, and not somebody like yourself who, by the way, we all in here sit here. I know Opie, I know me, I know Jimmy. We love shit that, like, I would love to sit here with a precious-sized bucket of fucking KFC and shove it down my throat. I love KFC. I love KFC.
I'm with you, Dad. Popeyes.
But you know what?
You get your bucket in this weekend?
I know it will fuck me. I would love sitting here puffing cigarettes. I would love doing things. But as a human being, you should realize that it's bad for you. I don't need the government stepping in and taxing the fuck out of everything to tell me that it's bad for me.
Well, but they don't give a shit about the individual health.
No, it's all about
what this is another excuse to get taxes coming in. The fact is, most people will not change their eating ways because they tax something.
No, it's just going to cost more money.
A small percentage of people, yes. But the majority will not change their eating habits if something is taxed.
No.
Which makes this whole thing complete bullshit. The government doesn't care about the individual.
No one I know, by the way, and I don't only know rich people, fuckos, No one I know, by the way, quit smoking because the cost of cigarettes got too high.
No.
Nobody.
They just bitch more, which is going to lead them quicker to a heart attack because of the stress. The stress of having to pay so much for their fix.
Everyone I know that quit for reasons of health. They said, I don't feel like smoking. I know it's bad for me. I can't walk up the stairs without huffing and puffing or whatever. Whatever the reason was, it wasn't that it cost too much. And they keep taxing the shit out of it because they know people are going to pay.
Mm-hmm. All right, Dan. Congratulations on the 13 pounds, but let's be honest, you'll gain that back by the summer.
And they're taxing your tanning boots,
I don't think I have
too.
another chance. Remember, I had the triple bypass. I don't think I have another chance at life.
And how old are you again?
Son.
52. Remember, I had the triple bypass.
Yeah, 52, triple bypass, overweight, trucker, doesn't like water, but he's turning it around a little bit.
I think you'd have been dead under the socialized health care system.
Right on, Dan. Right on.
Yeah, I mean, but watch out for cap and trade. These people need to wake up, man.
That's
cap
the
and
next
trade
thing.
Next.
Yeah, that's the next. That's the next thing that's hitting.
All right,
it's gonna be great.
Dan knows some of his shit.
Yeah.
You want to just go down the line?
Yeah, why not?
Because I don't want people to think that we're picking and choosing here.
No, of course
I'll go from line 1 all the way down to line 10. That's what we do today. Tom, Staten Island, what's up?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, Tom.
Hey, so Ed says that, healthcare is not a right, but how about the military? How about all the money we're pouring in the military? I don't hear you crying about that all the time.
There's a purpose for the military. It's there to, protect the country.
Well, there's a purpose. There's a purpose for healthcare. It's there to protect the people, the taxpayers.
Oh my God!
From when they get sick and whatnot.
The military is a right to be protected as an American citizen. Not healthcare and the military. You are way off base on this one. One has nothing to do with the other. I don't know. I don't even know what you mean by that.
The tax money goes for both. You're a taxpayer. You have no say in what the military does. It can go after any country and spend all this money in the military.
No, it can't.
You have no say in where the money goes.
I have no say in where the military goes. Technically you're supposed to have a say through representation, but that's all bullshit. I've already talked about that. But no, the military it's there to protect. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about your tax money going for a program that the government runs.
So you're saying anything. You're saying the government can then tax me and do anything, and it will be considered a right because the military is.
That affects the people. Something that's supposed to protect the public, just like healthcare.
How is healthcare protecting the public?
It protects you from disease.
I can buy healthcare. I have healthcare. I can buy insurance. 85% of this fucking country has healthcare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So 85% of the country has healthcare. Yes, but you don't necessarily have a say on the cost of drugs, cost of pharmaceuticals.
No, because it's free. It's free enterprise. Because it's free enterprise. It's free enterprise. Why should we have any say in what a company charges for its goods? If another company wants to come along and charge less, we'll buy from them. What the fuck?
Okay, how about this? How about you work at your job day in, day out, 20 years down the road, say you get cancer, and then all of a sudden, okay, you can't do your job anymore. What do you get? You get Cobra. You go on Cobra, and then you get, 9 months on Cobra, and then what? And then what? And then you're supposed to go off and die. Even though you paid for 20 years for that health care, now all of a sudden, well, I'm sorry, you're sick, go on Cobra, and that's it. And then what? So all that 20 years...
That's why there's Medicare. That's why there's Medicare.
That's why there's Medicare. Okay,
yeah.
Well, how about...
Already paid into that. I pay into that like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Tom. We got to give a few more people a chance here.
Equating the military with
Thank you, sir. Let's go to James in Michigan. James.
Stop.
Hey, guys.
Hey, buddy.
The fact that the unions get to be exempt from this, and also that the Senate and the House aren't even affected by this plan because they have their own health care.
They have fantastic health care, by the way.
Why don't they lead by example, though? Why are they exempt from this?
Why? Because you think Teddy Kennedy wanted his head drilled open by some fucking doctor or have to wait in line like everybody else will have to wait?
But if this thing is so great, why don't they lead by example?
Exactly, because it's not great. It's not.
And what's up with the tanning bed thing you mentioned?
Yeah, they're putting a big tax on your tanning beds.
Oh, oh boy.
I think tanning is stupid anyway.
That's gonna affect Snooki. What is she gonna
I know.
do? What the fuck is she
all
gonna do?
the Guidos? What they're gonna have to go with spray-ons.
She might have to start like fucking blowing guys or something to make money for her
Exactly.
tanning.
Why don't we talk about how it affects Snooki? Oh, and the new season down in Florida, I hear. You fucking mindless twits. You're mindless fucking zombies just drooling in front of a television watching crap. Do a little research. I'm an asshole, and the people that are calling me assholes, I'd love for them to call up and actually have one viable discussion about what the fuck is going on.
Well, we're trying to get to 10, Ant. Right down the line instead of picking and choosing. So let's go to Brad in Atlanta, see what he wants. Brad, what do you got, buddy?
Hey, I'm on board with you guys, and I think overall federal government's just really overstepping what they're, designed and put there for. Big problem with this is how about the fact that it takes 10 years of taxes to pay for it, but we only get 6 years of benefits. Doesn't everyone see a problem with that?
No, they don't. Maybe that'll get fixed in the fix-it part, in the big fix-it that they're going to do, not going to do. It's ridiculous. Come on. People are fucking blind.
Let me say hi to Debbie in Syracuse. Debbie.
Hi, guys.
Hey,
First off, Anthony, I love you.
Thank you,
I think
Debbie.
you are so on the money
about
every commentary, actually. I don't know why, but you're just, I like your view on everything.
Ooh.
But you're...
What about me?
I work for an insurance company, so people are
That's fine,
going
too.
to say, oh, you're an ass. You're just going to be all for that anyway. But it's just ruining America. Well, Obama's ruining America. It's just ridiculous. Doctors won't bother researching anymore. Why bother looking for any more cures? Because without the idea of making, decent money, why bother? Why bother working?
That's what we have in this country. You're absolutely right. She's making absolute sense here. It's called incentive. You need something. You need an incentive to do something.
Live.
Most people aren't going to do something for no fucking reason.
And what happens to accomplishment? That feeling like,
right.
Hey, I worked for this, and I have a great job, and this is what it affords me. Why bother? Why not just be a bum?
So R&D goes and tries to develop new things, new cures, new treatments for diseases, and the incentive has always been because it's money-based. And I don't want, there's no fucking, Jonas Salk didn't think it was just for shits and giggles that he was going to come up and cure polio. I'm sure he made a few bucks on it.
Right, you have your callers stating, how you're a millionaire and blah blah blah. But the whole world's on money. When are people going to wake up? I only make like about $42,000 a year, okay, and I live in Syracuse, New York, and I have free insurance, and it's not really good. I mean, I work for an insurance company. I don't have the best insurance. You can't afford it, but even I realize that you can't have the government step in. America's just going to go to hell. We used to be a force.
It takes away It takes away the incentive and the want and the pride and the need to excel in this country. When all that's going to happen after you do that is you are going to be penalized for it.
Does this affect the economy and job growth, Anthony?
Yes.
In the long term?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It does. It's I'd love to see the little offshoots. I can't predict the future, but I would love to see the little offshoots of what happens because of this program and programs like this that Obama's got another, 3 years or so of enacting.
All right.
Unless, November 2nd, I am going to push for November 2nd, a wonderful Tuesday in November, where we all go out to our various polling places and vote out every one of these assholes that are enacting this shit and turning our country into a socialist haven.
All right, Debbie,
Absolutely.
thank you. We're trying to get...
Okay, I love you guys. Love you guys. You have a great show.
Oh, now you can include me, huh?
Hey, Debbie.
Oh, Opie, I love you too.
I'm just fucking around, man. Thanks, Debbie.
By the way, can I have my grilled chicken salad for breakfast? Would I love to have fucking donuts?
God, how bad would you want a donut right now?
You know what I want right now?
Why aren't we fat guys in radio like every other fucking radio guy?
Bavarian cream donut and a big chocolate shake. I would fucking come in my pants right now if I could have that. But you know what? I know I can't. I don't need Obama telling me that. I don't need the government taxing the fuck out of donuts and chocolate shakes. I just know that it's not a good thing to do for breakfast.
How about a Friendly's Fribble?
Oh, a Fribble.
Remember those Fribbles?
Be great.
Friendly's has pretty much gone under, right? They have a few stores. If you travel a little bit, you see one here and there, but they used to be everywhere.
They're gone.
And those Friendly's Fribbles, their French fries were terrific too. Let me go to Trucker Dan, Anthony. We're not screening these. I'm going right down the line.
Yeah.
Just to get a general feel of this healthcare thing. Trucker Dan in Texas, what's up, buddy?
Love you, boys. Love the show.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, sir.
I wanted to say I'm one of the 15% in America that does not have health care that completely and totally agrees with Anthony.
Hey, you know, some people like riding bikes without helmets. And you know, whatever.
Motorcycles or regular bikes?
Yeah, motorcycles.
Well, at this point, I'm a big bike guy.
Yeah.
You know, pedal. You know, the gay version.
Yeah.
I'm scared shitless of motorcycles because of my dumb accident when I was 12, 13. But I get looks now because I'm not wearing a fucking helmet.
Not wearing a helmet.
I'm like, go fuck yourself. I've been biking since I was 8 without a helmet. I can handle this.
And the problem with no helmets on motorcycles is not the guy on the motorcycle. It's the massive lawsuits that happen if the guy isn't wearing a helmet.
Yeah.
So the government stepped in and made people wear things like, you know, seatbelts and helmets and stuff. Has it saved lives? Of course it has. Abso-fucking-lutely. I'm the first one that buckles my seatbelt when I get in a vehicle. But it's not because the government told me to. It's because I don't feel like being rattled around the cab of my vehicle if I get in an accident. Mm-hmm. It's called common fucking sense.
Well, why don't other people have common sense, Anthony?
Some don't. And it's not the government's job to step in and give people common sense. Is another thing I'm saying here.
But some would say if everybody had common sense, then that would then we wouldn't have to pay for the head injuries and everything else that happens.
So. I guess so.
Right?
But you'll never get that.
I want to say something here that I want you to know that I think that you're actually understating how serious this is for our country right now.
Yeah, I know. Believe me, I'm understating.
Your rant isn't even close to how bad we're going to get fucked by this thing. And
But,
I'm telling you that from a point of view of a guy who does not have insurance right now. And I'm looking for an employer where I can get onto a company insurance program, so on and so forth right now. The company I work for is a little small for that, but whatever, that's fine. But the country itself is going to be so screwed financially by this. And it's just the beginning. I mean, your rant is right on, but it's actually a little mild.
Yeah, I know. Some people, you know something? Some people like rolling the dice. Mm-hmm. And that's part of what this country's about, too. Mm-hmm. You roll the dice. You go, you know something? I don't have health care, but I'm not paying out the money in premiums every month. So I have a little extra money to do this or try to get to here with the amount of money. And it is rolling the dice. You're taking a gamble that, you don't have some catastrophic illness that's going to cost you a shitload of money or whatnot. But again, that is, unfortunately for some, fortunately for others, the American way. You have choices. You're supposed to have choices. The government isn't supposed to step into every aspect of your life to and then tell you that it's a right when indeed it's your choice. The people are getting very confused these days between rights and choices. You have rights to do certain things, and you have restrictions on certain things, and then you have choices to be stupid, to be smart, to maybe gamble with your own existence. Mm-hmm. You do have that choice, but it's being taken away by the day by the government.
Anthony, the great Ben Franklin said, common sense is not so common.
See?
And
That's
Trucker
very
Dan, you're one of the 15% that doesn't have health care, and you agree with Anthony, right?
Right, and
You
just
said
for the
that?
record, I've been riding motorcycles since 1978, and they take them helmets and shove them up their ass.
I don't need no lid law to tell me.
I'm with you, man. I like having my hair blowing in the wind.
Who wouldn't? On a bike? Nice.
Anthony, the tanning bed tax. Joe in Jersey brings up a good point.
Yeah.
Tax on white people only.
Holy shit, I didn't even think about it.
Very racist.
It is a
Very
racist tax.
It's a racist tax. We're looking at the
Holy
first
shit.
racist tax ever.
Tax on buckets.
Yep.
Tax on a bucket.
Let's tax those buckets.
You know what?
You didn't get your
That is
bucket in this weekend?
a white person tax. You are right. A tanning bed tax is a white person tax.
Let's get crazy
Racist.
today and eat donuts.
Racist.
What do you say?
I'd love to, but
Let's just get crazy.
I can't.
It's a cheat day.
Nah, it's not
Everyone-
a cheat day.
If you're dieting and exercising, you learn about the cheat day.
No, today is my day where I got to get on the treadmill with all kinds of wires attached to me to make sure that I can get into a heavy exercise regimen.
I had wires attached to me Friday.
Did you? How'd
Well,
that go? Nice.
Yeah, I was. I found out that I was pushing through my swing.
Oh, okay. and you put some wires on to see where your
See where
swing
my
was
golf
going?
swing's going
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Little golf tech with my brother.
And let me tell you,
is Boris going to be pissed? I
Boris.
cheated on B Golf on Twitter. I did a
Did
little
ya?
golf tech.
It's another thing that one of the previous callers brought up, the fact that he was able to call up, make an appointment, and get in right away. Now, as you know, Opie, I've wanted to start an exercise regimen, and I have the equipment.
Wait, can you hold on a second?
Yes.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. What did you say?
I said, as you know, Opie, I had wanted to start a very rigorous exercise regimen.
Did you see that jerk? Ginny say, what are you, nuts? Get out of here. Exactly right.
Well, I think something fell on your instant replay.
Sorry about that.
Some sounds came out of it. I want
Sorry.
to apologize to the people.
I got some donut crap on my board.
Yeah, that
wiping
must have been
off.
it.
Yeah.
So I want to study a very rigorous exercise regimen. I have a personal trainer. I have the equipment and the drive and motivation to do such. I did it before. The holidays rolled around. Other things, unforeseen things in my life. I was just like,
What holiday? Easter?
Well, no, it was, fucking everywhere from Thanksgiving and Christmas till after that. And then once you stop, you're just like, man, this really sucks. So I wanted to get a clean bill of health. So I went to the doctor last week, everything hunky-dory. And then today I go and they hook up the electrodes to you. You get on the treadmill. And they take a look at that and make sure everything is great. And then I start my workout next week. And, it's a stress test. And I was able to call up. And then it's like, so what's your insurance company? And I told them and stuff. And I get in. Now, can everyone do that? No. But I don't want to sacrifice what I've worked for to get to that point in my life with the chance that I might not be able to do that in the future. I want the best doctors. I want to be able to make an appointment and not have to wait on a waiting list because fucking Urethra had 20,000 kids and, all them are sitting in a fucking office getting free health care on my fucking bill. I don't want to do that. Mm-hmm. So I can't be for this healthcare system.
It seems like the answer is somewhere in between, though.
Yes, her name's Urethra.
It's a good name. Seems like the answer is somewhere in between, though.
The answer is
basic health care for everybody without it breaking everybody else's backs.
Yeah, the answer is
why can't we figure that out as a nation?
I kind of liked the idea of state to state competition between insurance companies. We pay a lot of money in certain states, other states not so much. That would open up competition and make people have to drive down their prices if they're competing with somebody. Mm-hmm. I don't want them competing with the government that is going to offer a shitty socialized medical system in this country. Don't want it. Don't want it. But apparently, the people have spoken. Did they? Did they? November 2nd, 2010. The people will speak. I am going to be one of those idiots that are out there actually volunteering to sign up fucking people to vote in November. I am on the bandwagon.
Anthony, the great Thomas Jefferson once said.
Yes. The great. One of our founding fathers. And if you read a lot of his quotes, they go directly against everyone that pulls shenanigans that go against Thomas Jefferson. How they evoke his name is pathetic.
The great Thomas Jefferson once said.
Yes. Jesus Christ. Okay, I hope he just wrote one of those things that we can't read or we'll be fired.
Why are my biggest laugh stuff I can't say on the radio?
Is that fantastic?
That's my curse in this fucking job.
And it's so true. Oh my God, is that fucking great. That is exactly what our founding fathers would have said.
All right. Should we take our first break?
Yeah, let's take our break.
Some dude just said that his balls just exploded. He had to take a leak so bad.
Oh, shit. I hope he has
urine is
insurance.
just flying all over the fucking
I hope he's got
room.
insurance.
We'll go back to your phone calls in a minute. And I started this last night, but you know what? Everyone's awake and ready to roll today, so I'm going to do another poll on my dumb Twitter, Opie Radio. I want to do the healthcare, no healthcare yes thing again. Wait for me, though, because I want to hashtag it so we get a little action out there. But I also need a why. If you say healthcare yes, and then you give a little why in your 140 characters, okay? We have a backstage with E-Rock. Yeah. We'll do it after the break. E-Rock. Is this true? Is this breaking news? Is this breaking Opie and Anthony news? See, Anthony, we got our own distractions.
We certainly do.
Fuck the healthcare thing when we got Opie and Anthony breaking news. Sam?
Remember those slick new shoes that E-Rock debuted on Wednesday?
Oh yeah.
How could
what were
we
they? The
forget
Jordans?
those?
The shiny Jordans that look like...
They look like spats.
His shiny Nike outlet Jordans.
No, there was a better line than the spats thing. Somebody whatever.
Yeah, he looked
spats
like
was good too,
tap dancing shoes from the Cotton Club. Bobby Soxer's patent leather shoes.
Yeah. Well, on Friday, you guys didn't notice it. I believe D-Boy might have been the first to notice, but he pointed out the shoes were debuted on Wednesday. By Friday, E-Rock was back to wearing his old